Israelites Relit Ministry.
Shalom, shalom, Co-Israel. Once again, my name is Akpath Well bin Yaakov, and you are viewing Israelite Relit Ministry, and this is our Teachable Moment segment. Once again, we are here to share with you the word of the Most High, to speak forth the oracles of Yah in power and understanding and knowledge, that you might grow in knowledge of our Savior, Yeshua the Messiah. With that being said, I want to address our first-time listeners or reoccurring listeners. If you are a first-time listener or reoccurring listener of our Facebook channel or our Facebook page, don't forget to send me a friend's request, and also make sure that you follow our page. Follow us on Facebook as well, and don't forget to turn on your post notifications. Likewise with YouTube or YouTube Live, if you're viewing this on our YouTube channel, which is Israel Relit. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, comment as well, and also turn on your post notifications that you might be notified every time we upload a video to YouTube or on any of our social media platforms. Also, if you're in the St. Louis area, which I approximately live about 100 miles outside or southeast of St. Louis, and I travel there often. So I just want to reach out to people in the St. Louis area, also going all the way down 55 South, Cape Girardeau, Blackville, Arkansas, all the way to Memphis. If you're new to the truth and you are viewing this particular channel, and the Ruach of Yah has impressed upon you to reach out to me, either for fellowship or if you would like to meet for Bible study meetings, reach out to me on my email address, which is relit.mo@gmail.com. Once again, relit.mo@gmail.com. Reach out to me there. With that being said, let's get into our teaching today. We are continuing in the Lit series once again, and it's just been the Spirit of Yah just been pressing me to continue in this particular series of teachings concerning the light, the contrast, as well as darkness, and us understanding how that relates to our everyday life, physically and spiritually as well. And I pray that these series of teachings will be a great inspiration and blessing to your heart. This particular episode or lesson today, I want to entitle it The Condemnation. The Condemnation. There are nations, many, millions and thousands of people who are going to be condemned to everlasting judgment, to the lake of fire, because they reject this particular thing that we get ready to deal with, or this particular perspective that Yeshua gives us as he's teaching the multitude or the crowds in his time. Condemnation means that you are damned or sentenced to judgment that is not beneficial, basically, for your well-being. Okay, you have committed a crime. You have committed an offense that is worthy of a sentence or verdict or judgment, whether to determine that whether you are innocent or guilty. But if you are found guilty, then you are condemned by your own actions and by your own works that you have perpetrated. You cannot blame anybody else. It is your fault. It is your condemnation. And this is the condemnation that's going to come upon the world, the judgment of Yah, the F in the Hebrew, which is the heated anger of Yah. It's going to burn in the Olam in all nations, just not some nations, but every nation upon the face of the earth will feel the heated anger of Yah, as Yah is soon to return through the coming of Yeshua the Messiah, to be the kinsman avenger, to avenge the kinsmen of the house of Israel and all of those who have placed their faith in Yah through Messiah Yeshua and have received salvation on behalf of their sins. He's going to vindicate them as he brings the judgment of Yah to eradicate sin, wickedness, transgression, the hatred for Yah in the earth realm forever. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the scriptures. Let's go to the book of John, chapter 3, verse 17 through verse 21. It says, "For Elohim, quote unquote, God sent not his son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved." Messiah's mission was never to come into the world to condemn it, to judge it, or to sentence it to damnation or to everlasting judgment. But he came into this world to save it, or that the world through him, by him and through him, Yeshua the Messiah, might perhaps or possibly be saved. Verse 18. "He that believeth on him is not condemned." See, if you believe on Messiah, then you are not condemned. You're not someone that is going to be judged, or your verdict or sentence is not going to be damnation or everlasting judgment, separation, or the move or the death, all right, separated from Yah. But he that believeth not, or he that believeth not, is condemned already. See, you're already condemned if you don't believe in Messiah Yeshua. You're already condemned that if you don't believe that Yeshua is the Messiah, that he is the prophesied Messiah, prophesied by the law and the prophets, prophesied by Moshe and the prophets, and he came to fulfill the first phase of Yah's plan and intention for the house of Israel and mankind, and that is to be the propitiation, to be the Lamb of Yah, or the Lamb, quote unquote, if I may use this term, of God, to take away the sin, to take away the offense of the world. Okay? He said, if you don't believe on Yeshua the Messiah, then you are condemned already, because he has not believed in the name, the Hashem, the name of the begotten Son of Yah. Why is it important to believe in the name or on the name of Yeshua? Because the name of Yeshua means Yah is salvation. Yah is the one that bringeth salvation to his people and also to the world. When you go to the Old Testament, you look up the Hebrew word salvation. Many occasions when that word is used, it is enunciated or pronunciated Yahshua. It's the same English equivalent to the name Joshua. Yahshua. Okay, and that's why I use the Hebrew terminology or the Hebrew name of Yahshua, because that is his literal in birth name, that the angel, when she came to Miriam, she said, you shall call his name Yahshua. Yahshua. For he shall save his people from their sin. Why? Because his name denotes and determines that Yah is the one that saves. That Yah is the one that's bringing about the redemption and the reconciliation of the sins of Israel, Yah's people, and the sins of mankind. So if you don't believe on the name of Yeshua, the Messiah, you are condemned already. Now look at this in John chapter 3, verse 19. And it says, and this is the condemnation, the divine accusation and condemnation, damnation, and judgment, that light is come into the world. See, this is the condemnation right here. This is what's going to condemn people into the very flames of the lake of fire and into hell itself. And this is why hell is going to be enlarged, because of this thing here. Look at this. It says, for this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their works, their deeds the mode in action, the derek in the Hebrew, the way or the course of action of their lives were evil. This is the condemnation, that Yah has sent his or through Yeshua, the light. He is the light of the world. He has sent his light in the earth realm, Yeshua the Messiah, and men, they rather continue in darkness. Why? Because they love darkness rather than light. Why? Because their deeds are evil. They're wicked as hell, my brothers and sisters. I'm not talking about sinners. I'm just not talking about sinners. I'm talking about those who profess to be righteous, those who profess to know the Messiah, or those who even call themselves Israelites, whether you be Christian or a Hebrew Israelite. If you love darkness rather than the light of Yah, you are condemned already. Your condemnation has already been set for you. Your judgment is already set before you, yet while you are living in this realm of life called life, as we know it, as we see it today, you're condemned. You're just waiting for your final entrance into your condemnation, which is going to be separation from the Most High. If you don't believe in Yeshua the Messiah, if you prefer darkness rather than light, if you call good evil and evil good, that is a woe to you. It is a woe, my brothers and sisters. So we have to have a love for light. Because if you love darkness, it's because your deeds are evil. Let's go to John chapter 3, verse 21 as well. And it reads, but he that doeth the truth, that word do in the Hebrew is enunciated asa. The word asa has many synonyms, but the main synonyms of asa means to perform, to exercise, to furnish, to accomplish, to complete a task. So when you do it, it's actions that are put into work in order to accomplish the thing that you have set forth to do. Okay? So he said, he that asa or doeth truth, they do a truth, cometh to the light. So this is not a person that is not doing truth or is not aspiring to accomplish the will and the purpose of Yah in their lives. But this is someone that is doing truth or doeth truth. They come to the light. They invite the light. They approach the light. They want to be enraptured into the awe of the light of Yah, that his deeds or his works, his actions might be made manifest. We dealt with this on in the teaching or the episode called City Set on a Hill. We talked about how light cannot be hidden. Light is always meant to manifest and to reveal. So when a person desires truth, they desire to walk in the righteous ways of Yah, they're not going to try to hide their actions and their deeds from Yah, but they actually embrace the light. They come in towards the light. They come into the light for the main purpose of their deeds or actions to be made manifest, that they are wrought or they are working or their labor is in Yah, that their toil or their task, their occupation or the effect or to engage in or with, the engagement that they are engaging in is in the Most High. See, when you're a sincere person, then you invite the light of Yah into your life. You invite the correction or the reproof of Yah into your life. You examine yourself daily with the light of Yah to see whether or not you are in the truth or the thing that you are engaging in is of Yah or that you are with Yah. Okay? But those who hate the light, they do not come to the light. Why? Because they know that their deeds are evil and they don't want their deeds made manifest. When you find sneaky innuendos, people who want to sneak and scheme and do things behind your back and try to do things in the cloak of darkness, but yet still try to set this appearance as though they are righteous, they have wickedness in them. And they won't come to the light so that deeds might be made manifest. But one thing about it, my brothers and sisters, no matter how much you try to hide your darkness or your wickedness from Yah, Yah's light is going to always expose it. One day, 1 second, 1 minute, okay, the light will reveal it. The light will expose you. So it's best for you to come to the light to make sure that what you're doing is in Yah. Because if Yah has to expose you based upon your continuation of darkness and wickedness, then you're going to be, this is going to be a great reproach against you. So those that love the light, they come to the light that these might be made manifest, that they are wrought, or they are in the engagement of it is in Yah. Look at Job chapter 24, verse 13. Let's go to Eob, or Job chapter 24, verse 13. And Job speaks. He says this: they are of those that rebel against the light. They rebel against the light. They hate the light. They do not come to the light. Why? Because their deeds are evil. They know not the ways thereof. They do not understand nor comprehend the derek, or the ways of the light of Yah. Why? Because they love darkness rather than light, nor abide in the paths thereof. They don't abide in the paths, or in the pathway, or the way that has already been made plain or made clear for them to walk in. Why? Because they rebel. They are rebellious. They are stubborn against the light, or the ways of the light of Yah, or Yah's ways. And they know not the ways thereof. They don't have no understanding of the pathways of righteousness. All right? Let's go to Ephesians chapter 5, verse 11. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 11. I'm going to read verse 11, verse 13, to verse 13. And it says this: and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness. Look at this. He said, but rather what? Reprove them. You must reprove the unfruitful works of darkness. Why? Because light is going to always reprove darkness. Light is going to always expel darkness. Darkness cannot live in the same proximity where there is light. Light will always reveal what's ever in the room. He says this: for it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret. We talked about the light revealing the hidden, dishonest hidden things of darkness. So it is a shame to speak of those things which are done in secret, but all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light. For whosoever doeth make manifest is light. All right. So the light will always manifest those things that are in darkness, and all things are reproved are made manifest by the light. Those things that are reproved or corrected in your life is going to be made manifest by the light. God's going to use his light, the light of his word, the light of his knowledge, the light of his understanding and wisdom to reprove you and to reprove others by the light of Yah. So the condemnation that this word is going to be condemned is because they love darkness rather than light. They have no love for the truth. They have no love for the word of Yah. And this is the condemnation, that men love darkness rather than light. They choose darkness over light. Choose light, my brothers and sisters. Allow Yah to lighten your eyes that you might see clearly the path in which you should walk in. My name is Akpathwell bin Yaakov. You have been viewing Israelite Relit Ministry. This is our Teachable Moment segment. Once again, if you're in the St. Louis area and you're looking for a place or fellowship to be able to do Bible studies and things of that nature, please reach out to me at relit.mo@gmail.com, relit.mo@gmail.com. If you're interested in doing that, reach out to me at relit.mo@gmail.com. Email me. With that being said, I love you. I ahaba you with the ahaba, or the love of Yeshua the Messiah. Till next time we say Shalom Kol Israel, in the mighty name of Yeshua. Shalom.
Israelites